Evening. I was wondering what the hell was going on there. Yeah, I know I look like a Nedrick, a redneck even. I'm literally just back for the gym, and then had to go straight to McDonald's. I know what you're thinking, Jim, McDonald's. They're kind of cancelling each other out. But I had a salad, and I've got to say I do recommend the katsui and salad meal. I think it's £7 something, and you get a huge big wrap with two big bits of chicken, really nice sauce, salad, and you get a salad with balsamic vinegar. Really nice, mega healthy. So there we go. How the hell are you, folks? Excuse me. Also, yeah, you also get a coffee. All right, I'll try and put it in short this time. A coffee, or should I say, a McCafe. Right, hang on, let me get that over there. Pump up the volume, pump up the birds, pump up the earbeds. Yeah. I just came here to listen to Agent Times 2. Well, I'm not going to be playing that one actually. No, I am just joking. I'm just joking. Right, anyway, where are we? Yeah, good evening, folks. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's another. I call it the Mamemeister. I call it the Mamemeister top 10, but I'm going to play more than 10 because if I'm being brutally honest, and I always am honest, what the hell was I talking about? Yeah, I had a C64. Whilst I am a C64 guy to the core, if you cut me, I can bleed brown. Um, I got rid, or I didn't get rid. Well, I did get rid of it. I sold my C64 in 1987, which was pretty early on in the scale of things. So anything anything that came out, um, anything that came out sort of mid I would say probably June '87 onwards, I had no idea about because I'd moved on to an Atari ST, and I do distinctly remember getting Atari ST, being really excited, and then I loaded up a game, and I'm like, what? The sound is shite compared to the SID chip. Bloody awful. And I was absolutely gutted, and that's probably kind of why I didn't have the C60. That's probably why I didn't have the Atari ST for very long, because the sound was rubbish on it. You know, when you've come from a C64 to an Atari ST, it was just like, no, nah, not good at all. So yeah, I'm like I says, I'm getting my excuses in early. Alan, the retro, what's that retro 4K? Obviously, you can use all your original hardware. What is that, Kevin? Oh, is that one of these? Is that one of these little devices that upscales? Uh, like old consoles. I think I know what you're talking about. The Atari had the same sound chip as Oric. Is that right? Did it have the same sound chip as like the Amstrad as well? I think it might have. But yeah, like I says, I didn't have. I got rid of my C64 mid 1987. By that point, I'd anything that came out after 1987, I had no idea about. So guys like Fred Gray, Tim Follin, Jerome Tell probably as well. I didn't have any exposure to their music. So that's why when any time I go on about SID music, it tends to be Rob Hubbard, Martin Galway, Ben Douglas, any of these guys. But obviously, since I've been playing emulators and what have you, I've obviously been introduced to kind of current games, or games that came out mid '87 onwards. So anyway, what I'm going to do is we're going to just play some tunes by Tim Follin. I went on a deep chord thing which I use. In fact, yeah, I was going to. Oh, it's too much hassle. Right, next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Ultimate 2 C64, which means you're going to get proper SID music. You're not going to get. You're going to get stereo. You're going to get the oh, this is where my knowledge of technology is pants. You're going to get the 608 one, the original chip, and you're going to get the A021, whatever it is. I don't know. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Yeah, you're going to get to get the best sound out of that thing. You want to put an original SID chip and then the later SID chip. Apparently, the later one was better at samples, and the original one was better when it came to what do you call it? Came to like analog filters. I don't know. I might be talking complete pish. I don't know. Anyway, not to worry. So, like, let's crack on. Enough of me talking shite. Let me just talking to cracking on. Let's crack off this lid and see what it's like. Hmm, that's all right. People pay lots of money for Starbucks and all that pish. McDonald's one's absolutely fine. Evening, Ox. Yeah, this is well. The thing is, this sort of series, if you want to call it that, that I'm doing, it's all about SID music. All these guys like Rob Hubbard and that, they did do music in other systems, so I may get around to that later on. But I want to, I don't want to, I don't want just to stop at like artists that I'm really familiar with, like Rob Hubbard, whatever. There's guys like. Oh, Christ almighty, Jason Page. Yeah, there's tons. Oh, I can't even remember his name. I'm terrible with names. Yeah, there's tons of cracking musicians. So we want to celebrate SID music because it's fucking awesome. So anyway, before we start, I just want to share this guy Tim Follin. I'm not going to do a Wikipedia search or anything, but yeah, let me have a look. There you go. There's my good self with, excuse me, Mr. Bill Harbison. I don't know if Bill's in the chat tonight. I'm not sure. He does watch from time to time. There's Bill. This was when I was, let me just move this over a wee bit like that. Yeah, this was when what am I talking about? Yeah, I was at Play Blackpool. Play Blackpool 2000 and, I'm going to say 2022. I can't remember. I think it might have been 2022. Yeah, still got the hat, still got that shirt, probably still got the jeans. What is it? Do you ever look at a picture of yourself and then you try and see what clothes you had on? Oh God, there you go. I've still got the boots. I had them on Saturday actually. Yeah, here we are. I'm not a I'm not a big fan of clothes. Not that I walk about naked. If I go to buy any clothes, I'm like bish bash bosh and try them on. In fact, I don't even try them on. If I'm with my girlfriend, she'll say, "Oh, you need to try them on." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, that's fine. They'll do." Out I go. That was the one you were there. That's right, Craig. Yeah, that was the John Romero years. Anyway, right, enough of. So that's Tim on the left. There's myself and Bill, another grumpy Scotsman. Right, let's get Deep Sid Cordian. There he is there. That must have been taken. Oh, he actually looks a bit older there than he did in 2000 and whenever it was. Tell you what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to. No, I can fuck about with the filters. Yeah, rather than just staring at me and staring at the screen, I'm going to put one of these little trippy Winamp things on. So, right, what I've done is I have got filtered in Tim Fallon, and according to this, he has made 18 games, or he's not made games, but he's made music for 18 games. I'm not going to play every single SID tune because, I mean, Bionic Commando. Hi, Steve. How are you, mate? Bionic Commando, it's got 10. Colin Jones pointed that out to me. That number there is a number of SID tunes that are in this particular thing. So, yeah, that one's got 6. Galls and Goose, I've got 32. I'm imagining a lot of them are sound effects. So anyway, we'll just run through it in order. I don't know how long this video is going to go for, maybe an hour and a half. We shall see. So kicking things off is Agent X2, the Mad Professor's back. Came out in 1987, and it's apparently using Stephen Ruddy's player. Now, hopefully, I'll start this. Hopefully, you can hear it. If not, I can add it. In fact, wait a wee minute. Let me just go in just now. Properties. Oh, this should work. This should work. Goals and ghosts. Right, we'll shut up and let's enjoy this. Oh, wait a minute. It helps if I click on it. There we go. Now, you can't hear this, but I'm about to. Is that loud enough, folks? Right, that was on SID 2. Right, I'm going to put it back. There we go. Keep me right, folks. Even Dell. Yeah, nice. What was I going to say? Yeah, Dale, if you don't mind chucking the Discord channel up, mate, that would be grand. Thank you very much. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'm not familiar with that tune. I mean, like I said, it came out in 1987. In fact, I'm not really, yeah, I've not really played any of these games apart from Ghouls and Ghosts probably. But yeah, when you listen to some of the SID music that you get, and then you listen to something like that, you can quickly tell that this is a guy that knows his way about the SID chip. Um, you know, what I'm going to do, yeah, I'm going to do it now. Actually, let me just have a cotton pick and look. Let me look at my. I'm going to do a wee bit pimp pimping my channel. If you can't pimp your own channel on your own channel, then there's something wrong. Tim Follin. Where? Oh, wait, hang on a second. Hang on a cotton picking second. Let me search across your channel. Play Blackpool. Play Blackpool, the aftermath. Jesus Christ. What was that? Oh, you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is, I was lucky enough to host the talks at Play Blackpool that year, and yeah, obviously Tim Follin was one of the guys. So if you want to hear me interviewing Tim, I'm trying to think who else was there. Yeah, there was Bill Harbison, and there was, oh Christ, Dan. Oh, what's his second name? Dan. He did the graphics for the Chaos Engine, or the Bitmap Brothers. Not Dan Wood. Oh, bloody hell, I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, I will put a link to the video that was taken at Play Blackpool if you want to hear me interviewing. I can't remember, Ox. I'll have a look and I'll put it in the comments or the video description later on. So anyway, that was Agent X. That was lovely. This next one, Bionic Commando. Now, this is one of these games. There's not many. This is one of these games. If you're Dan Malone, thank you, Keith. That's a good man. Yeah. In fact, let me have a quick look. I better move that over here. I don't want you seeing all my all the dodgy photographs that I upload to Google Photos. Let's have a look. When was it? It was 2000. I think it was 2022. Something niggles me. It was 2022. I know I'm kind of going off topic, but hey, it's me. Oh, the bloody hell is that? Oh, it's a chick. You don't realise how many photos you take until you're. Yeah, they all get uploaded onto my Google Photos. Let me find it. I will find it. You're like, bloody hell, I remember that one. Ta-da-da-da-da. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go. Yep, there's the main man. He's absolutely epic. Dan Malone, yeah, he's got a big man. He's such a cool guy. Really is. Yeah, right. Anyway, we would have Ox. Well, I wonder if what was there any reason that Nerg stopped? Disappointing, eh? Anyway, let's get back on track. The next game is Bionic Commando. Yeah, I was talking about that. Bionic Commando is one of these games. The C64 one pisses all over the Amiga one, and it's also got this cracking tune. That's not the main tune. Let me try it. It's not that. There we go. Christ on a stick, that is impressive. It really is. It might not have the big tune, film score that like Hubbard or Galway do, but I mean his mastering of the SID chip there, some of the vocals and not the vocals, some of the sounds that were coming out there is just absolutely incredible. Yeah, a lot of filter use there as well. That's fantastic. Please let me know. Like I said, I don't really know the tunes that well. If there's any tunes that I'm missing in these games, let me know. Keith is saying that tune number 3 on Agent X is worth listening to. So yeah, let's give that a go. I'm sorry, but that's the theme tune to the Shake and Vac advert. Do the shake and vac and put the freshness back. Do the shake and vac and put the freshness back. See what I mean? Right. Anyway, let's crack on. The next one is. Did you know that, Keith? I think he did. Right, like I said, if there's any sub tunes that are worth listening to, then let me know. Right, the next one is Black Lamp, which was a game. Yeah, I think it came out. Was it? Oh, Firebird software. It was their Kenny premium range. Can't remember what it was called. And yeah, it was one of the first games I got on the Atari ST, and I remember thinking, "Oh, this is going to be fantastic." And it was like, "Is this it?" Yeah. Anyway, let's listen to the tune. Now this is the classical tune, so I expect Mr. Lacosa will be along any second. Wow, that is excellent. Uh, yeah, be prepared to see Charlie complete it in one credit, Steve. You do know that. Ox is saying, by the way, Al, have you tried Chip Synth C64, the best and most accurate SID player? Ah, so should I make that my default SID player for my game-based collection? Interesting. Right, I just want to do one thing here. I'm going to move this over. Keith is telling me here, I know it's nothing to do with SID tunes, this one. By the way, Keith, you're moaning about the rest of the weeks to be 30 degrees. Get your arse up to Scotland. It's Baltic. Well, it's not Baltic, but it's not 30 degrees. They're going on about global warming, but I think global warming stops at the border. Right, I'm going to have to write that. Excuse me, I'm going to have to write that down because I'll forget if I don't. See, I'm old school. I've got a bloody Word document there, but I'm going to have to write it down if I can find a pen. You know you're a geek when the only pen you can find is an iPad pen. Right, I can't find it, so what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to do the old-fashioned way. And what was it called? Chip Synth C64. Fantastic. I will do that later on. Yeah, Keith was saying that Tim Follin's done music for Spider-Man versus X-Men. Let's. I'll not play it now. Let me. Where did it go? Spider-Man. Let's see if we can. I presume it's. Oh, wait a minute. Right, wait a minute. How do we get this to move? Config. Oops, config video. Is that set to. Yeah, that's set to window. Why can't we have this so it's. Why can't I move this? Oh, we can't move it. Why is that not going to let me move it? How can I get that to start on this screen? Because it's starting on the wrong screen. Tell you what, see if you can hear this. Can you hear that all right? In case you've just joined the stream, this is not a SID tune, by the way. Anyway, right, that's just a little taster of how do we get to this? Right, let's bugger off, quit. There we go. Right, sorry, let's get back on track again. Let's close that down and let's get Deep SID accordion back up. Right, that was Black Lamp we're listening to earlier on. The next one is a 1988 game and it's Body Slam. Every minute, get to the right one. Oh, fuck. Shit. This is the problem when you change. You've got to continually change it. Right, sorry, folks. We'll start that one again. That's a pain in the arse. Yeah, this you've got to constantly change the source back. You know what? I'm completely unfamiliar with most of this stuff. It's just pure quality. It is. There's not a bad SID tune in there. I mean, he was absolutely top of his game. Obviously, he did move on to. I mean, it does say there, further career is unrelated to C64. But cheers, Dale. Take care, man. Say hi to Ian for me, please, mate. Yeah, he was absolutely top of his game. Yeah, something else. Right, the next one. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to let the SID tunes play through. Um, because yeah, there's not that many. So let's get now. This is a really late game. This is Gauntlet 3, which was a kind of, I think it was a sort of like an isometric taken gauntlet. So I'm thinking, let's Yeah, well, in fact, if you look at the timeline, you'll see there he started in 1987 and he worked up until 1989, and then he had a kind of two-year hiatus, and then between 92 93 he he did Gauntlet 3. Is Gauntlet 3 the most up-to-date one? The most recent? Yeah, it is. It is. So I would expect this to be yeah, even better because cheers, Dell. Because yeah, this is obviously the later one. So anyway, let's take a listen. This is Gauntlet 3. Oh, an absolutely incredible piece of music. That really is. That is just. I mean, to put that into perspective, folks, that tune you just heard, um, that tune you just heard was the same. Wait a minute, let me hang on a second. Yeah, that tune that you just heard was coming from the same piece of hardware that. Let me find it. That this was from. Yeah, there we go. Both from the same machine. And that's the first time I think that might have the second time I've heard that tune. Not that one, the Gauntlet 3. Unbelievable. Right, let's get back to Tim. So yeah, let's listen. I think there was more than one tune actually, so let's listen to the second one. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. It really is. Right, I'm going to have a quick swig of my coffee. Right, the next one. This is one I am familiar with, and I remember hearing this for the first time, and it blew my mind. Um, this is Ghouls and Ghosts. Now it says there's 32 tunes. I'm assuming 31 of them are probably. You might get the main tune. You probably get a high score tune, and then the rest are sound effects. So just bear with me when I try and find the main tune. But this is something else. I did actually talk to Tim about this when I interviewed him in Blackpool. So, like I said, I will put a link to the interview that I did with him back in 2022. I can't remember exactly when it was, but this is Ghouls and Ghosts. Listen to this masterpiece. That in my opinion, is one of the most incredible SID tunes. Yeah, it might not be like the best musical track, but I mean the stuff that's going on in that tune is just incredible. The heartbeat, the sort of breathing, um, just insane, absolutely insane. I think that's going to be in my top sort of 10 SID tunes. That is just incredible. Right, I'm going to, yeah, a few guys have said there that every kind of SID tune in Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts is worth listening to, so that's what we're going to do. So let's just run through them. it's safe to say this is the game that just keeps on giving. I don't think I've actually heard, I don't think there's a game that has more absolutely incredible tunes than this one. I mean, he absolutely nails the mouth organ. Mental. I can say is I hope he was well compensated for all the music that he put in this game. It is actually a great game. I keep getting ready to say, right, this will be the last one because I want to listen to the other stuff. But every single tune is just absolutely 10 out of 10. And I want to see, he's got so many tricks up his sleeve, and I want to see what he's going to do in the next little sub tune. So we're just going to stick with this one. This is tune number 11 from Ghouls and Ghosts. Listen to that one. Oh, hang on. What am I doing here? Ghouls and Ghosts. Hang on, number 10, number 11. Can you imagine playing a game in a Commodore 64? Some kind of like dragony type, monster type game, and then you get that tune. It's mind blowing. I keep waiting for a shit one to come along, and it just doesn't disappoint. I've just jumped to a minute. That was number 11, number 12. I can't remember. Ah, there's little sound effects. Right, okay, got you. Listen to that. I mean, that's rain. It's absolutely brilliant. This guy can actually do sound effects using a SID chip. I'm assuming we're probably at the end of the music. Yeah, these are just little. It's obviously some kind of witch thing. Right, let's stop that. Here we go. That is absolutely phenomenal. That is Ghouls and Ghosts. So how are we doing, folks? It's 8:15. Yeah, we'll crack on. Right, Ghouls and Ghosts alternate. Well, listen to this. I presume it's just going to be the main tune. Just open the window, Keith, and we'll play a bit of Monty on the Run at full volume. Or even worse, we'll play a bit of Bionic Granny at full volume. Right, okay, that was Ghouls and Ghosts alternate. Right, next one, again, a game I know what the game is. This is LED Storm, and this came out in 1989. This is a driving game, if I'm not mistaken. Listen to that. I mean, I get it that it's used in samples, but even so, it's mental. another one. Every single bloody track is just incredible. It's another game that just keeps on giving. It's like somebody blowing up an air mat, an air mattress. Yeah, another, like I says, another box of chocolates. It just keeps going. Bloody hell, that is phenomenal. Right, LED storm alternate. Let's give us a quick go. Slightly different. Right, we'll stop that. I mean, it's obviously very similar to the original. Yeah, phenomenal. When are you going to do a gym? How do you pronounce that? Kumo? Yeah, yeah, very good. I'll crack the jokes. Right, okay. The next one, I'm guessing it was probably a bloody awful game. Magic Johnson's Basketball came out in 1989. Let's take a listen. Listen to that. Insane. My mark. Voices and sounds this guy is able to make from a SID chip is mental. Yeah, Magic Johnson's Basketball. I'm sure it was pish. Right, the next one is a music demo, and there's 30 there. Right, we've probably not got time to play all 30. We'll give it a go. I mean, there's 30. Yeah, we've got another 50 SID tracks to play. We're going to be here till midnight. Right, let's just take a wee listen. These are obviously weren't released for games. Let's take a listen. That's a cowbell. That's hitting a wine glass with a fork. And that's that organ that the Doors used for Light My Fire. The guy is absolutely mental. Is there nothing he can he do? Honestly, I think of any SID musician I've heard, he has just got so many different lead tracks, lead instruments. Right, this is for some reason it's side number 27. Is that Black Lamp? Is that the same? Is it? That was Black Lamp, I think. That sounds like a kind of Black Lampy type game. That's beautiful. I was talking about Neil Brennan last week, who worked for Melbourne House, saying that he was probably the king of getting a SID tune that reflected the game perfectly. Oh, I think Tim Follin's absolutely one of these guys as well. Cheers, LFC. Can I say, I've never known anybody to eat their dinner quite so late as you. Enjoy your steak, you jammy bastard. It's going to be better than my bloody salad from McDonald's. I mean, he's even replicated a cat getting tortured. Oh, that's a bit annoying. Oh, bitty green beret. It's quite low. I would say he was almost king of the sound effects. Listen to that. Oh, look at that. Bum. That's all, folks. There you go, Chip. I was looking at my phone actually, because it looked like I was falling asleep. Hi Marco, how you doing, buddy? I'll need to watch your that game you did a live stream on actually, Mark. Right, I recognise that tune. What one was that from? It's mental. You can tell he's just having fun. There you are. We were playing some classical stuff earlier on. Can't remember who it was. I thought you might have appeared then. Right, we know that one. That's Bionic Commandos. The quality of Tim Follin stuff is just mind-blowing. As Ox said earlier on, Tim Follin has got enough. I mean, Ghosts and Ghouls, you could have an album, a SID album, just on that one game. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I know you weren't a fan of Neil Brennan, Ego. Incredible. Listen to that. It's just not a bad situation he's done. Do you think so, Mark? I quite like it. Well, I've probably never got as far as you have, enough, but I thought it was actually not a bad game. I was actually going to do a video called 10 Pish Games with good music. And then I realised when I was downloading all my videos, I realised I've already done the video, so I'm not going to redo it. Is it really? I didn't know that. Yeah, that would be great. Nostalgia. The guys that did the Commando Arcade and Ghosts and Goblins. That's a shame. He's like some epic lead guitarist at a rock concert and all the other band members walk off stage and he just does this monumental guitar solo. That's what this is like. This is the SID equivalent. It's a drum solo. I think the music probably had a lot to do with it, Mark. Listen to that, the SID is singing quite loudly. I just noticed that. That is the high score Bionic Commando. Yeah, and Ball Blazer a gold medal if I'm not mistaken. It's, yeah, you know my thoughts on that game. I think Zap possibly lost their way at that point. I mean, I don't think any of the original reviewers, Gary Penn and Julian Rignall, would have never given, you know, a game had to be really good to get a gold medal or a Sizzler. It's interesting you're saying. I always thought that Ghosts and Ghouls was quite good, but then I never got very far in it. So yeah. I don't think that would have happened back in the day, but yeah, certainly. I mean, as we know, Jeff Minter was pals with these guys. He also wrote for Zap, and they panned Mama Llama, which is a lot of look, there's Mamemeister is a fantastic game. I just don't know how to play it. Though I did, to be fair, Lucosa did kind of show me what I had to do. It's all about controlling a kind of crosshair or something, yeah. Early Zap would have never done that. They would have said exactly what they thought of a game. It was the other way around. Zap owned the, well, they didn't own, but they said exactly what they wanted. But yeah, Tim Follin is quite literally the feast of SID tunes, voices, sound effects, you know, you name it, he's done it. Mouth organ, cowbell, Christ almighty. That is what, apparently. Just insane. I definitely see Tim Follin in a new light after listening to all this stuff tonight. Yeah, if you're, well, obviously if you've joined the stream, you're thinking, top 10? My arse, he's played about 500. Yeah, I'll need to stop calling it top 10. Should call it a celebration. Mamemeister celebrates Tim Follin's music. Yeah, that's more appropriate, I think. That breathing sound effect again. It's just something else. I'll need to. I'm not familiar with Martin Walker's music, Mark. I'm not really familiar with Jethro Tull, I must admit. It does say loosely based on this track, to be fair. Yeah, you're right, actually. I'm not familiar with the actual original, but it's a nice track. You're not wrong, Craig. There's very, very little of the present that I would say that I would want to take back with me. Well, internet for shit like this, obviously. Having access to every game imaginable is another one, but very little society I would get to fucking just go back to the 80s or the 70s. Things were far simpler, and the first thing to go would be these infernal things. Get rid of them. You and me both, Mark. Yeah, we're both a bit weird that way, aren't we? You know what? His music is so distinctive, and that's what I find fascinating about SID musicians. You can tell a Martin Galway track from a Tim Follin track, from a Ben Dalglish, Rob Hubbard track, Martin Galway track. They've all got their own sound. Don't get me wrong, one or two of the tracks you would probably struggle, but yeah, they've all got their distinctive sound. There we go. Yeah, that was all the demos. A lot of them from games. I'm not quite sure why they're classed as demos when they're from games. Right, I need to call it a night at 9:30 no later, so we probably can't play every single track. Well, we've only got these games there. Peter Packrat, I've absolutely no idea what that is. I've heard of it, I think. 1988. Let's give it a play. That's some good drum sounds. I love the drum sounds. Dominating, actually. Wah, wah, wah. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Does anybody remember, what was that game? It was a drum synthesizer that came out from Firebird. I can't remember what it was called. I remember buying it. It was a budget game. I think it got a crash smash. Interesting. Right, that was Peter Packrat. The next one is Psycho Pigs UXB. This came out in 1988. Well, let's play the first one first, shall we? That's a banjo. Micro rhythm, that's the one, yeah. That's how bad. That's what I get to. You get to a certain age, Mark's like micro something, and I'm thinking, what is he talking about? Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, micro rhythm. Sound effects. Yeah, rhythm is one of these. I get my lip between rhyme and rhythm, and yeah. Didox, I know the one now. I reckon Ox used ChatGTP to find out how to spell that. Right, Psycho Pigs. Right, that one, we've got how many? 5 to go. Quicks. I mean, that was an arcade game. Did that come out in 1989? Did it really? Bloody hell, because Quicks is one of these games, like cheapo versions, unofficial versions of that game came out when the 64 first became a thing. Let's take a listen. Let's go. That track goes really well with the kind of type of game it is. I just remember, oh no, it was Eyeball. Nice. Eyeball, eyeball! That was just annoying as fuck. Right, that's going to, let's go back to number 1. It might just be sound effects. That's kind Bionic Commandos. Notice all these ones are 14 seconds long. Okay, that was Quicks. Right, I've got four games left. Raw Recruit, never heard of that one. That came out in 1988. Now there's 2 SID tunes. Let's take a listen. Listen to that, that's fantastic. I think I've heard that one. Right, next one, Scumball. I think Ox said he bought that, but he doesn't remember the music. 1988 again. It's interesting to see the viewers in this video. They kind of go more. I mean, I totally get that because I do the same. There's very few videos that I will watch all the way through, you know, unless I'm absolutely hooked. But you know, with YouTube, you dip in and out as and when, and I get that some people have got a better thing to do than watch a fat Scottish guy playing 40-year-old tunes on a Commodore 64 for what's that coming up to? 2 hours and 5 minutes. Should get this wrapped up for 9:30. Well, we have to. It is getting wrapped up for 9:30. Boof, good ending. Right, the second last game, Sky Shark. 6 SID tunes again, 1989. Not quite sure what this was. I'm guessing Sky Shark was a rip-off of Flying Shark, possibly. Yeah, and final one, folks. I don't know. I don't think this is a game called Test Bits. Maybe it is. I have no idea. There's apparently 4 SID tunes attached to that. So let's take a wee listen. Listen to that. You wouldn't believe that's coming from a SID tip. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, that could be like straight away Games of Thrones or something. Mental. I would never believe that was a Commodore 64 making that. Woof, there we have it, folks. Yeah, we quite literally, yeah, something straight from Macbeth. We've quite literally listened to every Tim Follin SID tune tonight, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, I've had my eyes open. I was aware of a few tracks that he'd done, but there was not, I can honestly say there wasn't a weak SID track in there. I know Lacozer said there was one that was based on a Jethro Tull track, and he said it was not very accurate, but as a standalone SID, it's still damned impressive. That is just phenomenal. So, listen, I want to say massive thanks to everybody that's watched this from start to finish because it does take a bit of stamina to stick with a video like this. Like I said, I'm guilty of that. You start watching a video and after 15 minutes you think that I'll need to do something else just now. So thank you very much. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play one final track, which we've already listened to, and it's the best one. It's the main tune to Ghouls and Ghosts. I'm going to turn my camera off. I'm going to put some lovely visuals on. Um, yeah, I was back. I just came straight for the gym, Mark. I don't normally dress like this. I'm not some kind of yeah, country bumpkin or redneck. Yeah, what I was going to say, I'm going to play the main tune to Ghouls and Ghosts. I'm going to put some visuals on. I'm going to turn my camera off. Yeah, so let me just get that on just now. How do we get visuals? Oh, don't play that. Wait a minute. Graph, meme. How do we get the visuals? How do we do that? Graph, piano. No, wait, where is it? How do you get the visuals? Ah, is it the visuals? Is that in Winamp? Oh, it is. It's in bloody Winamp. That's what it is. Yeah, you don't get visuals in this one, I don't think. No, you don't. Right, be quiet. Right, anyway, listen, folks, I'm going to just have to say cheerio. So, yeah, listen, thank you very much for watching tonight. Yeah, and until next time, folks, as always, thank you very much for watching.